Your crypto in health. You want to know how crypto is working in health? We come to you every day with juicy news on wealth, wellness, and well being. We're broadcasting to you live from 1.4 degrees south of the equator and 37 degrees east of the central meridian. I like to tell you we're right in the cryptographic middle of the world. You're with me, Scholastica Mugi, and I'm coming to you at 1100 hours coordinated universal time UTC here on the Ubrican channel. You're just in time. And we're calling you as a new argonaut for Africa to join us in steering the economies of Africa. We're guided by Annlee Saxenian, who described in her book, The New Argonauts 2006, about the role of the diaspora who traveled to America and returned from Silicon Valley to their home countries to support new industries in semiconductor. Now, in your case, you don't have to travel back and forth like Saxenian described about the argonauts of the 1990s and before. You let the information technology do the traveling for you through the internet and the blockchain economy, which is the Ubricoin. And this is why we're shilling UBN, because we know it helps you solve two fundamental problems: your retirement funds and education for your offsprings. And indeed, we're grateful that God has seen us through to the end of the week. And I remind you that there is a rapid increase in COVID-19 cases. And in particular, here in Kenya, yesterday, 796 tested positive for COVID-19 in a single day. So this is not the time to throw caution to the wind, guys. We need to take care of ourselves even more. And as we continue to maintain the good hygiene of washing our hands with soap and water as frequent as possible, we're sanitizing with an alcohol-based sanitizer. We are donning our masks every time we're in public, and we're observing social distancing. Big up goes to lovely people: Grace, Naomi Shiko, Irene, Susan, Barbara, Abed, Evans, Betty, JJ, Jojo, David Muturu, Miss Kindness, Pochari Productions, Madam Beatrice Morango, Joyce of Seattle, Dr. Stephen Karanja, Mr. Mbugwa Kimani, Kimani Kamau, Eglantin Lonperia, Romario, Producer Purity, Tom, Pinch 254, Samuel Gatua, Brian Rakoi, Ian Mwangi, Jacob Yator, R. Chelimo, Eunice Ponjiroge, Jane Nelson, The Prince, Triza, Justin, Mohammed Ali, Global Trader, Ruth Owino, Jane Gashugu, Irene Catton, Engineer Masinga, The Comical Canadian, Mark Wawero, Stephen Opanga, Raja Usman, Veronica Mwangi, Justus Kimeli, Chiza, Charles Kea, Washira SM Pwani, Jane Washira, Lynn Washira, David Ogutu, Bishop Mackenzie, Isaac Ithua, Miriam Flower, Moses, Mr. Mbudia, Pastor Zippy, Jessica Daniel, John Alfanyata, Steve Nyabuto, Jason Gore, Wanjiko Kinuthia, Ibrahim Gitao, Felix, Shali Sheri, Fred, George Oduk. Massive love to you guys, and I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Now, our inspiration today comes from 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 10. For to this end we toil and strive, because we have our hope set on the living God, who is the Savior of all people, especially of those who believe. Indeed, we live by hope each and every single day, especially during these unprecedented times. And we know that God, our living God, is going to rescue us because He alone is omnipotent, He alone is omniscient, and He alone is omnipresent. Now, on our COVID-19 term, we revisit flattening the curve. Next, on our crypto news segment, we talk about Indian PM backing blockchain as a frontier technology. And finally, on Ubrica today, we continue with the conversation of DeFi and liquidity pools. So let's begin with flattening the curve. And this is we're referring to the COVID-19 curve, which refers to the trajectory of how the disease spreads. And on an graph, an early high curve reflects a surge in cases that can overwhelm the healthcare system in a country, leading to shortages in intensive care beds and life-saving equipment. Now, by implementing population-wide measures such as social distancing early, the onset of cases can be delayed, with more time for hospitals to prepare and fewer total cases resulting. Now, on a graph, the flatter curve rises more gradually, with a lower peak of total cases. And clearly, guys, flattening the curve has been an uphill task for most countries. And of course, here in Kenya, it's not any different, and we continue to experience or see a surge in the cases of COVID-19, which brings us to what is happening as far as the data of COVID-19 is concerned. This is from the Ministry of Health, and this is as of yesterday. 261,027 people have been tested so far, and out of that, 15,601 have tested positive. We are now nearing the 16,000 mark. And then now, thankfully, 7,135 have recovered, while 263 have lost their lives to COVID-19. So you can see exactly what is happening. You need to take care. Now, I want to remind you that COVID-19 is not a respecter of people. It doesn't care about your status. It doesn't even want to know whether you're a politician, whether you're just a normal person, whether you're working, whether you're not working, wherever you are. Just know that you're at a very high risk of contracting COVID-19. So having said that, we can now cross over to our crypto news segment. We're looking at news on Cointelegraph by Martin Yang, which headlines Indian PM backs blockchain as frontier technology. Now, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, has endorsed blockchain as an opportunity in frontier technology, renewing hopes that the country is warming to cryptocurrencies. In a keynote address at the India Ideas Summit hosted by the US-India Business Council on Wednesday, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi pitched the country as a haven for multinational investors. Part of the speech included an endorsement for blockchain as an investment opportunity among these frontier technologies. And I quote what it says, opportunities in technology also include opportunities in the frontier technologies of 5G, big data analytics, quantum computing, blockchain, and Internet of Things. End quote. Modi added that 500 million people in India have already been connected to the internet, and another 500 million are awaiting connection. This presents a major opportunity for companies to expand into larger market. He said, unlike China, which remains largely closed to foreign tech companies, India wants to open up. The PM stated that during the last 6 years, India has made many efforts to make its economy more open and reform oriented. So we're looking at what India warming up to cryptocurrencies. That's my main takeout from this. And these are big opportunities for blockchain technology, which means it is definitely a big opportunity for blockchain money, because blockchain money is borderless. So even the Indians can acquire themselves UBN. So which is really exciting. Every day we gain blockchain money, and blockchain technology in particular gains traction by the day. So which brings us to what is happening to the Ubricoin. Wow, this is really amazing. As at now, in fact, I thought that when I was beginning the show, the UBN had risen to 63.2%. Right now, we're looking at an increase of 543.0% increase in UBN price. Let me repeat that if in case you missed it. We're looking at an increase in the price of Ubricoin by 543.0% increase. Yes, now you know what I mean by you having the Ubricoins. If you don't have the Ubricoins right now, you are in big, big trouble. The 69,774 of us, thank you so much for whatever you guys are doing is really working for us. And of course, UBN has been bullish, and it's bullish. It has been bullish for the better part of the day. And even this afternoon, it's getting better and better and better. So you better be in this space, because if you're not here, then definitely you're gonna miss out a big deal. Now, having said that, this is definitely the present value for the Ubricoin, and this is what we're currently working on, making sure that we represent the Ubricoins in the marketplaces, and that's establishing the commodity value for the Ubricoin, which is really doing excellent well. And of course, we are also looking at Ubricoin in terms of, the future value for the Ubricoin. How will the future value for the Ubricoin look like? And that is why we've taken interest in DeFi as well as liquidity pools. And I just want to remind you what we said about DeFi yesterday. it refers to the movement that promotes the use of decentralized networks and open source software to create multiple types of financial services and products. And of course, the whole idea of DeFi is to develop and operate financial dApps, that's the decentralized apps such as Ubricoin, on top of a transparent and trustless framework such as permissionless blockchains and other peer-to-peer protocols. So having said that, we're looking at liquidity pools being part of the decentralized finance movement. And of course, they seem to have a real great potential. And we're looking at liquidity pools. And I just want to just give you a definition, a clear view of what liquidity pools basically are. They are pools of tokens that sit in smart contracts, and there is enough tokens for you to be able to exchange any of them with one using Ethereum as a conduit. So we're looking at liquidity pools being pools of tokens that sit in smart contracts. And what basically we're looking at, we want to see how are we going to use these systems, how are we going to take advantage of these technologies and the liquidity pools, how are they going to apply to the Ubricoin. So it is worth taking a closer look at the leading liquidity pool providers, and we definitely in the coming days are going to be examining some of the leading liquidity pool providers such as Uniswap, there's Banco, there's Balancer, there's Convexity, there's also Unipeak and StackDex. And so we're going to be examining them closely to see how we're going to incorporate UBN in the best way for us to move forward. So guys, this is definitely the space to be in, even as we concentrate on the current present value for the Ubricoin, which is the commodity value. We're also thinking about the future for the Ubricoin, and we're definitely going to be taking advantage of this decentralized finance and looking at it in terms of the liquidity pool and looking at the leading liquidity pool providers to see exactly, to look at these opportunities for us and analyze them deeply. So that is a great conversation that we're going to be having in the coming days. And I hope that you're definitely doing what you need to be doing currently, which is working on the present value for the Ubricoins in your smartphone and in your wallet, which is the Trust wallet or the Economy wallet. And today we're looking at Etherflyer taking the first position with the UBN ETH pair. Etherflyer is a very good exchange. I would advise you to just go to Etherflyer today and buy yourself some Ubricoins. And of course, we have UBN Doge, UBN LTC, UBN USDT, UBN ETH, all of them on Phoenixbox. Of course, we also have UBN ETH on CryptLockX exchange, where you can also visit that particular exchange to buy more Ubricoins for yourself. So we're saying this is definitely the time to buy Ubricoins, and even as we go higher and higher, and in terms of price, in terms of the action in the marketplace, you are one of the people who we are counting on to take Ubricoin to the next level. So don't think it's somebody from Mars. We're looking for you who is watching us, you who takes interest in what is happening to the action of Ubricoin. So let's keep doing what we're doing. We've ended the week with a great increase in price for the Ubricoin, and we intend to keep this price the way it is. Let us not get tired in seeing and taking interest in going to the exchanges. And these exchanges, the way to get there is really simple. You only need to have your email address and a password, and you're good to go. Look at these interesting pairs and just buy as many Ubricoins as you can. So I'd like to love you and leave you guys at that. And I'm leaving you with a quote by author Gary Ryan Blair, who says, "Every goal you want to achieve requires the enforcement of self-discipline, self-control, and self-awareness. That's a rule without an exception." I have been your girl, Scholastica Mugi, and until tomorrow, it is goodbye for now. Ciao.